Namaste, angels. I'm going to do a personal reading. It's for one of my viewers for whom I've read before. I didn't go back and look at her reading. I don't remember it. And actually, I don't really, wouldn't really want to refer to it anyway because this viewer, friend, she's my Facebook friend, and all that kind of stuff too. Um, she's all over the place. So one day you know, she's always, on a journey, like at least her own. So, to her credit. But with regard to the romantic aspects of, she's all over the place. One day she's pursuing this quote unquote friend, as she calls him. The next, she is not sending, in my opinion, what are mixed messages. Like it's over, but here's a love note. Also, to go with that, to go with the Dear John letter, just really, really all over the place. Um, and so, and she knows that I feel this way because sometimes she comes to me and to talk about different things, and I'm like, I don't, in this situation, I don't know what to say because I don't know what it is you're doing. Um, which I don't have to. That's your business. And we all have the right to walk along our path as we will, without somebody else's judgment or whatever. So I absolutely don't have to know what she's doing, and I make that clear too. Um, if she can still get something out of the videos, despite the fact that she's, at least seemingly to me, doing things in a interesting way, to say the least. A different way. Um, then that's awesome. I think that's awesome. So, that said, I'm like, am I doing a reading on her and this person that she's, back and forth on? Let me first see if I can get a read on what's going on between the two of them. On what may or may not exist between the two of them. Because we can say all we want that we're done. And even if we say it with a big smile on our face, we're done. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for me. I'm on the path. We can do all this till we're blue in the face. Until we really let go of the other person's energy. Um, it's we're not done, and we won't be able to let go of the other person's energy if there is a sacred union in place, or some other sort of fated union, destined by the universe. We won't be able to unless we break our covenant with the universe, which is a possibility, but to my knowledge she has not done that. So I figured, let's see if we can figure out what's happening between the two of them, and go from there. I just opened to transience opposite meditation. This is about allowing ourselves to be healed by the universe, actually. And meditation is exactly what it, sounds like. As are miracles. These are things that we would never imagine could happen, at all, let alone for us, but do. Transience back and opening to forgiveness with Kuan Yin, which always begins with ourselves. Transients back, I'll go one more, and it's balance, which I saw a lot as I was shuffling, like pre-shuffling. For transients back, I'm going to cut. And the miracles are back. And I just did a bunch of shuffling in my hand, and miracles are back yet again. So this is the overall energy. Now I'm going to lay 5 cards and see what they'll tell me about the union. That's the kind of start we're off to. A connection in 5D. In addition to what may or may not pop off in the physical, is what Tantra is all about. And the gateway, which is, I mean, this is basically the path. So we're talking about walking the path, and this is basically the path. This is when we go through the portal, and maybe through dimensional portals, so we can be able to achieve things like this. Retreat. So there's the need for each, I would say, to do some individual healing and finding of one's center and peace and zen and chi and balance and all those things as individuals. And as well as there is a need to for our two halves. This is about balance too. This is about our two halves, our inner masculine and feminine coming together. I mean, it can relate to the couple as well, but it's first and foremost one individual's inner feminine and masculine coming together again in balance, maybe as a result of something like this. So retreat into oneself. And lastly, creativity, which is about abundance. So it looks like, yes, there's a connection in the 5D between the two of these. But right now they are to be working on their individual healing and like just all kinds of self-love, self-improvement, and and opening up the flow to their abundance. Now I'll do the cross spread. And we had to remember that the overall energy was miracles also, so it's like sort of like in spite of this, anything can happen at the same time. All right, speaking of the abundance, there it is. Retreat back and opening to the mystic, where we follow intuition and other guidance that we receive from the universe. Follow that direction. And meditation is back as a result. Meditation opposite retreat. This is really indicative of the need for some self-healing. Back. And the miracles are back yet again. Wow. Retreat and answered prayer. Maybe I'll make this the last one. And it's these two like heart-shaped winged angels opposite one another. Like our prayers will be answered once we find our inner peace, is what I get from that. And that will allow us to, rise again, emerge like from the ashes toward the light, like the phoenix. Overall energy is expectancy and the need for us to stop putting expectations and limitations on the universe and allow it to work instead. Allow for the miracles. This blocks miracles. This kind of our picture in our head. Okay, so what you need to work on yourself, and you know you do, is paying better attention to the guidance from the universe, as opposed to maybe this flip-flopping that you've been doing. Again, no judgment. It's just it is what it is. Being still, just be still and listen. Is something that you need to do. The masculine feeling about you right now, eternal flame. There you go. And about himself, answered prayer. So he is working on something. He's working on opening up his flow, and has the faith that his prayers will be answered, and they have been heard. They are being answered. The union. the two of you in this very 5D sort of place right now. Maybe not so much physical at all. It's like all about perhaps tantra and telepathy, intuition, feelings. Like, you know, this is the time where you need, it's like a test, um, again, of one's faith. And it's like, you know, and maybe this is why you talk about it every day and change your mind every day, or seem to try to convince yourself. Like, I don't know if you're trying to convince me or convince yourself. I think it's yourself, because you know that this sort of mental, emotional, spiritual connection remains no matter what it is you try to do. And it doesn't help you to fight it. It only helps you to be still and listen. Overall, emergence. Yes. Let's get to the business of healing, so that we can do this. Rise from the ashes. We don't have to make a decision every day. Like that's what I think you need to work on. This need that you have to be in control of the situation, to the extent that you're making a conscious decision. Today I've decided I'm not going to pursue him anymore. And then the next day I've decided, okay, if he's interested, then I will. I've decided, all right, I'm going to make the next move. And it's all very confused energy and all over the place. Still quiet, allow for the healing, know that this exists, this eternal flame in his heart for you, and maybe that can be part of your healing. Maybe you can use that toward healing yourself. And then one day this happens. The outcome, trilogy of light. Okay, so this is like the Trinity for me. This is when you really come together. The outcome is basically saying the outcome is that all of this will work out. And notice again the similar colors of these two cards that cross one another. What would he have you to? He would have you surrender to love. To basically, what he wants you to sacrifice is like this thing that I've been talking about, like your pride and all of this. Just like let all of these rules and restrictions and the plan and everything is mapped out. Every feeling, every movement, every thought is, you got to make note of it. Just relax, chill out, be, and allow for the love. Like, stop like doing this to it. And you see it here, crossing, touching the eternal flame. Okay, this is, and so this, both of these messages from him in your regard, touching each other about the same subject. Relax and allow for the love. What he is going to do is work on healing his inner child. He knows he has some issues. These issues have caused him other issues in his present life. So he's going to work on this. He's committed to it. And what the universe would have you both do, thank you, universe, is surrender to it completely. Completely. With the goddess of the moon here. Now, or with this goddess here in the presence of the moon. Which is, both are about energy of surrender. Which is very, very feminine. Very, very soft. Very, very pure. Virginal, even. And this woman here, you have her completely bare. Completely bare. Before the universe, allowing for something like this. And it sits next to this other feminine, this one, an angel, that's completely bare. This is, do it to me, as you've said you will. Like Mary says in, what is it? I think it's Luke 138. Don't quote me, because I'm not really completely in that head right now. I'm not sure if that's right, but I think it's Luke 138. Mary says, let it be done to me, as you have said it will. And that's basically what this is. Let it be done to me. I'm going to drop all of the control that I keep attempting to have on it and just allow it to happen. All right, take a look at your cards. Now going to a traditional spread, beginning with the Knight of Water, who's emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative, falling in love, or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. All possible. Opening to renewal, that make or break moment in a relationship where we decide what is it that we're doing. And look how this is peeking out too. Number 19, that's the sun. Okay? That's the sun. We want it to be seen with Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success if you have confidence in yourself. So everything will work out in the end. In between that, we have the Knight of Fire and the Emperor, who's all about organization, logic, and discipline. And by whose energy we're surrounded right now. Maybe that's why this water card showed up too. Between the Knight of Water and the Knight of Fire and the Emperor, it's very much Mars, which rules Aries and Scorpio. This energy that's surrounding us right now. Mars being in Gemini at the moment. And Venus being in Aries. And Mercury also having gone direct in Aries. Opening to the wheel with Archangel Michael, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. The wheel representing the planet Jupiter and karma, and thereby fortune, can also, as a result, represent the sign of Sagittarius, which Jupiter rules, and also the fixed signs, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Knight of Water back. I'll go one more, and it's the Page of Earth. Speaking of Taurus, this can be a Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. Scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful is the Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging and maybe even a new area of study. So the first spread made it, was sort of indicative of that abundance about to come as soon as you allow it to. And now the Page of Earth, doubling down on that. And speaking of the Knight of Fire, he is back as well. Knight of Fire is passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And it's the Ace of Earth, which is your overall energy. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, and important documents or contracts. The Ace of Earth is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Masculine is the Knight of Earth, who's loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind, but he's also very methodical and very slow and steady wins the race. So maybe that's why you don't see anything happening, and you think that nothing is, and then you change your mind. You've got to remain in your individual space. He's in his individual space, and his movements shouldn't dictate yours, nor should anybody else's. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel. He's surrounded by the Five of Water, things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive of a situation, and crying over spilled milk. He's in the oh, woe is me mode. And something going on where he's thinking about something that sort of shook him up, shattered maybe his world. It's life experience, or the Tower with Archangel Chamuel. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. You are the Eight of Water, desire to move on. This is true. The search for something more meaningful and spiritual and emotional growth. I believe this is true of you as well. Surrounded by your own five, mirroring his five. It's the Five of Air, an unwise choice. I think this is one of these things that you may have insisted on doing, and I don't believe malicious at all. I mean, a sweet, sweet woman. Just all over the place, and I think maybe may have made a mistake, changing minds so often and moves so often. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives. But the sun is back, and the sun fixes everything. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success if you have confidence in yourself. This major arcana card mirroring his major arcana card, the Tower. Crowning, it's another major arcana card, the Lovers, with Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your options. Good health. The sun representing fire signs, Leo specifically for me, but Sagittarius according to traditional practitioners of the tarot. But the sun, Earth's sun, the actual sun, is Leo's ruling planet. So this card for me says more so Leo. But Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And of course the Lovers representing the sign of Gemini or other air sign coming through here. Crowning can be first and foremost about love, the love that's present here in the union. But certainly crossing these fives in particular can also be about a decision that has to be made perhaps between two quote-unquote karmic or soulmate fated relationships. At the root, it's more Gemini or perhaps Virgo and the Dreamer with Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. This is about taking a chance and embarking upon a brand new path, one that you've never traveled before. Maybe one that's quiet and peaceful that you just remain on without, second guessing it. That could be a new path. The heart of the matter. The Three of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, and the need to have more fun. So we're surrounded by conflict and a potential party of three here, with love and a potential also choice between two lovers maybe, and the opportunity to take a brand new path. The sun fixing everything, making everything brighter, bringing things about which we weren't aware to light, all kinds of stuff. Let's see if we can find out what these fives are. Well, I was picking up. I did this. I went to pick up these so I could move them out of the way and pick up the romance cards, and instead I picked up everything and exposed free yourself. So the two of you maybe, or at least one, feeling bound, and it's time to take back control of your life. I did it again. I went to put them down and instead exposed codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this is indications of a relationship or something, and it may involve healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I think it's a romantic party of three. However, soulmate between the two of you. Yes, this is your soulmate. So maybe that's, again, the new path upon which you're going to embark. You commit to this being your soulmate and to waiting it out and not, making a bunch of 3D decisions all the time and allowing the 5D to happen. Allow for that tantric union that wants to exist between the two of you. Opening to engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Engagement back. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be the one. I'll go one more. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And I said one more and I did it again. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, this will be the last one. Calling in your soulmate. Now at the bottom, I'm going to cut. And you deserve love. You are lovable. Overall energy is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual past. This is about your ideology. I know this is true about you. I don't know about the masculine. Maybe we can get more, we'll get a better vibe on him in a second. But for you, in your defense and to your credit, it's things like the fact that, there is a party of three about which you're already aware involving him that you don't want to disrupt, that keeps you guessing and away and then back and then away and then back and all that kind of stuff. That's your overall energy. All right. Unrequited love. The masculine is in a relationship in which he's not happy. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep it going. That was quick and easy. Atop this five of water, and that's probably why he's like, "Oh, woe is me." He probably thinks that there's no chance with you, based on one or another of your messages to him. But he's guided to instead, or to, in spite of all that, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Atop life experience, this tower is the codependency coming back yet again. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. We know what the codependency is upon. It's upon this toxic relationship, for one at least. Here atop the eight of water, and what you are to continue to move onward and upward in your spiritual and emotional growth on your own is separation while you're, not with him. So just like I said, just be. You're not going to be with him right now. And that's for the sake of both of you healing. And it's a good thing. And in the meantime, just be. And go for what it is you want and what it is that's already happening to you and for you in your life. And this is the spiritual and emotional growth. Atop the five of air is retreat. I think this is another message to you to just, again, to just be. Instead of making choices back and forth, it's time to just disconnect from the world. Just chill out. Here atop the sun is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this is guiding you that when you do communicate and have contact and different things, to just be light and bright and don't bring up any funky stuff. Here atop the lovers, where I said there was a decision that had to be made between two people, two quote-unquote karmic relationships or soulmate relationships, boom. The time has come to clear your energy of this ex or other person. You may have one of your own, and you might say, but I'm not with anybody. There may be a string or two connecting you to someone of the past as well, from what I feel now. Atop the dreamer and the new path is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I think the red flag in this sign for you was like a stop sign. That's again saying relax. Allow the universe to answer your prayers and to work miracles in your life. At the heart of the matter, atop the three of water is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. Beginning with artistic expression and opening to persistence. Persistence back, just continuing to power forward. Teacher, which is all about the experiences you gain from the lessons learned in all of this. Keep pushing forward. Opening to health and healing, which is very much what this spread and entire reading has been about. Both spreads, though, all three spreads, health and healing. And artistic expression back. I'll make this my last one. And cut. Clear and shield your energy, says El Moria. And the overall energy is right. Ascended masters say to the masculine, mother, wife, sister, daughter. He has a situation here with that he needs to work out, or a wife. You, flow of prosperity. Allow for your flow. Yes, I love this for you. Abundance, abundance, abundance. From the angels to the masculine, unity. This is about doing things, maybe breaking with tradition, perhaps. Because this card being about commitment and conformity to tradition and all those kind of things. I think he's guided here to clear his space of those people, those places and things with which he no longer aligns either as, an ascending being. The angels to you, Queen of Fire. This is all about stepping into that divine feminine role and being the regal, the queen you are. To the masculine, in case he didn't know, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. There's Raphael behind me too. To you from the romance angels, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And from allowing for the new in our lives, the birth of something new. This is really awesome. So this, it's like it goes hand in hand here with your new path, embarking upon a new path. And for the masculine, forgiveness. Again, beginning with himself and then extended all around and asking of it, asking for it of others. And hopefully you will be responsive in this, flirty, lighthearted manner, with the energy of the sun shining upon you both, and we'll be able to extend that forgiveness. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, dear. Namaste, Angel.